Hello, this is Shane Koo from Cooey Home Loans, and this is episode 3 of Cooey Home Loan Tips. I must apologise that in February I didn't get to do a home loan tips, but today in March I'll get that done. Today's episode is about borrowing capacity, and we'll actually do 2 episodes talking about that because it's quite an important topic. One of the first questions my clients ask me is, Shane, how much can I borrow? I like to answer that often with a question, and that is, have you thought about how much you can actually afford to repay each month? If I've got that information, I can actually give my clients an idea of what sort of loan they can actually afford. So based on today's rates, and let's say using a rate of 4.5% over a loan term of 30 years, if you said to me about $1,600 a month, that's going to equate to a loan of around $300,000. So if you had a deposit of $100,000, you're probably looking at a home of $400,000. If you said to me, I can afford $3,000 a month, that would equate to a loan of $600,000. So, as I said, that's one of the first questions I often start with. To actually understand how much you believe you can actually repay as a loan, I guess you must understand what your living expenses are and what your income is. Because at the end of the day, the banks will use a formula based on this: income, less living expenses, less commitments. As long as you've got a surplus at the end of the day, the banks are going to be happy. So it's very important, and I've got a document that I can show you that gives you a bit of an idea of how to think about living expenses. So certainly living expenses is one thing you need to know about, so that we know exactly how much you can afford to borrow. Today's episode is one of 2 episodes that we're going to do on borrowing capacity. Next episode I'm going to go into more detail on what the banks actually do and how we come up with borrowing capacity based on different lenders. Following is a copy of a living expenses document that I give to my clients. You might be able to take a screenshot of the particular document and you can have a think about your own living expenses. This is Shane Koo, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now.